coming to you live today from my home office, and I wanted to take a few minutes to actually talk about a topic. Um, the topic is that things don't always go as planned, and 2020 is the year of example for that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how my 2020 has gone up to this point, and a little bit about this show's content and what got kind of missed in the whole process. So going back into January 1st of 2020, right around the end of December, I had a very bad breakup from a relationship, and it did not go well, and it wasn't smooth, and it was a lot of my fault of how that all went down. But it set 2020 kind of on a down mode, and so I played the pity party for 2 or 3 weeks, and poor me and all this stuff. Then I decided, got to get off my butt and do something. So I started promoting my cooking, and I started promoting with the local wineries here in the Temecula Valley. And March 12th came around, and I had one food and wine pairing set up with one of the local wineries. And it was my paella, and we did paella 3 different ways, and we paired it with 3 different wines that they had, and everybody had a lovely time. It went off really well. The winery wanted to set up another event with their sister winery. Another winery got interested, heard about it, they wanted it too. Things were looking really good. This was March 12th of 2020. March 13th of 2020, the state of California got shut down. Wineries were closed, everything just went stop. So my business went from looking like it was promising and going well to completely nothing. So I spent the next couple months just trying to retool and trying to figure out, what do you do? I mean, what do? You sit there and just whine about it, or are you going to just do something about it? No, you got to do something. So you pivot and you figure out what you can do. And that's when this TV show came available to me in May of 2020 to get out to another audience and still do what I love to do in cooking and talking to people and whatnot. So I kind of poured myself into that. And this has been a process. And I'll tell you, jumping into something like this when you have no background in this, history in this, there's a lot to learn. And we make mistakes, and we're still making mistakes. But you know what? I've learned to say yes and not know when an opportunity comes up, and you figure it out. It might not be the best right off the gate, and I know my show's not the best at this point. It's not where I want it to be, but we're getting there a little bit at a time. So that we just started putting that out there. So we started filming some shows, and we started with a lot of different ideas of what we wanted to do. And it's been just a learn and growing process. So that kind of brings me to where I am now. We are doing several episodes of this show. We've got several of them already aired on KP Media TV, which goes out to Apple TV and Android TV and Amazon and Roku. And I've got them streaming to my personal YouTube page, which is Kitchen Counseling. And we're just learning as we go. This brings me kind of to the topic of this particular episode you're about to see. Things don't go as planned. They just don't. Things happen, and it gets changed up. The idea behind the show was to always have some type of a relevant topic to talk about that was somehow connected to the meal and the dish that we were creating. And this one just didn't happen. So we're going to talk a little bit about that topic. So the topic here really is persistence. It's really just, you have an idea, you have a vision, and it doesn't come off the way you plan. Yeah, sometimes you got to make mid-course adjustments, and you got to do what you got to do. And we did that day. We filmed the actual meal prep and all that kind of stuff, but we didn't ever get to the topic. So it's getting back to it and just putting it back together. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to actually just try to talk about the persistency, the consistency, just keep on moving. No matter how many times you fall down, you just get back up and you do it again. And I'll tell you, there's lots of times over the last several years where I've just wanted to quit and just say, I'm done, I'm tired, and I just can't do this anymore. And you get past that and you say, I've got to do this. I've got to do this for me. So I am putting this out there to you is that, yes, we all get depressed. We all get down. We all just feel like we need to quit. But you have to pull yourself up and just take that next step. It's one step at a time in this process. And that's what we're doing with this show. The show is all about learning as we're going and one step in the process and reaching out to people and just trying to have a little bit of fun. Just trying to bring some smiles to your days. 2020 has been a wild year so far, the ups and the downs, and with all the COVID stuff going on in all the different states and throughout the world, we're seeing all kinds of stuff come back and we're having to adjust and do things differently. And so it's just figuring out what you can do in your life to continue to do what you love, to continue to just fall in love with the day, even when the day doesn't seem like it's that great of a day. I mean, I've had days you just get up and you're just like, everything goes wrong. You just try something and everything's hard. And you got to just pound through it and get through it. And the next day you start over again and it's better. You don't drag that into the next day. That was yesterday. So you got to focus on today. And what can you do today? So I hope you enjoy the cooking show today. It's going to be a fast one because we were rushing that day to get some stuff done, and we did not get into the topic at all. But the topic for me is definitely sticking to what you love, sticking to that persistency. No matter what it is that you're doing, the persistency and the consistency is going to pay off. You still have to love what you're doing, and that gives you that drive to come back and do these kind of things to try and make up for the mistakes that you made. So I hope you enjoy the show today, and I will talk to you again very soon. Thank you. Welcome to another episode of Kitchen Counseling. This is a place where friends meet, cook up some tasty and easy meals, and we just have some fun. So today's segment is from the category I call Murph's Munchies. This is my go-to recipes that are sure to satisfy your taste buds. So today's recipe is easy turkey tacos. It's going to be a 4-ingredient recipe anybody can do, and you'll have tacos on the table in 30 minutes. So let's have my friend Brett come out and join us today for cooking up some turkey tacos. Hi Brett, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Come on over. So I have to say that when I met Brett, she is the one person that has the most positive and always smiling personality, and I just love being around her. So that's why she's here today with us, and she can just pass that on to you. How did we meet?
So I met Tom in interesting places. First I met Tom at a health fair when he was dressed up as a chef. Then I met him 2 weeks later at a beauty night and he was dressed like a biker. And he had on biker boots and jeans with a chain hanging from the jeans. And a tattoo on his arm and a sleeveless jean shirt and an earring. I looked at him and I said, Tom? And he said, hi Brett. And that's the second time I met Tom, and now we're friends, and I'm here today to help him make some tacos.
So you didn't even know who I was? You weren't sure who I was?
I wasn't sure it was even you. It looks very different.
All right, well, just the many faces of Tom.
That's right.
All right, we're going to get cooking here, but before I do, I just want to let you know, with this recipe, all you need is a pound of ground turkey. You need 1 bunch of green onions. You're going to get 16 ounces. I use paste picante sauce. You can use whatever you want. And 4 ounces of a diced green chili. You're going to just throw all these into the pan and we'll cook them up. We're going to show you how to do that today. All right, let's have some fun. All right, our first step is we're going to brown some of this turkey. It's got some ground turkey here. All right, all the pinkness is out. This is done. We're gonna now just drain it, get the excess fat off of it, and then we'll put it right back in here. We'll add all the stuff to it. All right, now we're just gonna slice up some green onions for our turkey tacos. They don't have to be perfect. You're basically just cutting up. All right, we've got our meat browned now, and we've drained the excess fat off the meat. So now we're gonna just put it all together. This is the easiest part. This is the part I love. You're gonna throw your turkey meat back into the same skillet that you used. You're gonna add your 16 ounces of paste picante salsa. Just go ahead and pour it right on in there. We have one bunch of green onions that we sliced up earlier. And a 4-ounce can of Ortega diced green chilies. And then we're gonna add 16 ounces of water. Now we're just gonna cook this on high until it boils. We're gonna boil off all the liquid to where completely all the liquid's gone and it just all melds all together, all the flavors together. And that's it. All right. The only key really on the cooking of the tortillas is when you first put the tortilla in as flat, you're just gonna have it in there for a few seconds. You're gonna flip it completely over to the other few seconds. That keeps it nice and pliable. And then once you've done that, then you're just kind of folding it and starting to crisp up the sides. And I just flip it back and forth till I just kind of get it cooked all the way through. You're not looking to make it too crispy because you want it to be pliable and flexible to put lots of turkey meat in there. And that's it, this is ready. All right, now we're gonna build the ultimate Tom's Taco. So we have this fabulous meat mixture that we just made up. Has all of our great ingredients in it. This is where all your flavor's coming from. You don't have to put anything else on this taco than the meat. It could be just meat and tortilla and it tastes fantastic. However, I've got a bunch of different things here for you to try and you can pick and choose and make your taco the way you like it. So we're just gonna put a little bit of cheese on it. We got a little bit of red onion, a little bit of diced up tomato, a little bit of cilantro. We have a little bit of mashed up avocado, some sour cream, and then I'm all about the sauces. To me, the sauce is what makes the dish. So we're gonna use a little bit of green sauce and a little bit of the red sauce. So now we have a taco worth eating. Let's do it. All right, it's taco time. Are you ready to try these out?
Yeah.
All right, thank you for coming and joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So let's give them a taste.
Crispy soup.
What I love about this recipe, this is the one that most people ask me for because it's super easy. It's 4 ingredients. The meat has so much flavor in it. You don't have to put anything else in it. You can just eat the meat by itself. You can have nachos made with it, whatever. So the toppings are really your choice, just whatever you like to put on there for your new taco. And I make this all the time. I get people all the time. They've never cooked. Once they do this, because it's in and out 30 minutes and they got tacos on the table, and they're like calling me up, you got some more recipes like that? This one I want all the time.
Yeah, nice and easy. Very tasty too.
What's interesting is that I learned this recipe when I was in my 20s.
Doesn't make a mess.
That's what tacos are about. And as we get older, we try healthier things. And I learned it with beef, and I now make it with turkey, and I've made it with tempeh for my vegetarian friends, and it's still just as good across the board. So it's just that flexibility as we grow older to try just tweaking things and making it a little bit better. And this is a great all around.
This is seafood. Very tasty.
Well, I think we might need to share a few of these tacos with some of the crew here because they're like giving me the evil eye.
Little vultures, right?
All right. So enjoy. Thank you very much for being with us today, and we're going to finish up our tacos.